Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, hey folks, MSRV, Series V's I've been doing for the 1 hour. We go over there, try out food and drink items. I eat stuff, I drink stuff. Then, folks, I'm going to talk about stuff. I'm going to let you know all that you need to know about hopefully delicious stuff. That time I'm doing this, folks, I'm not going to lie. We're doing a sub sandwich review, so that means you're going to get some extra exposition. Yeah. It's super simple format, folks. I'm going to go over there, I'm going to try out food and or drink items, in this case of the sub sandwich variety, and I'm going to go over there and yammer on about it. And again, there's extra exposition. There's a whole story that goes along with it whenever I do a sub sandwich review. Whilst I'm doing all that, though, I'm inside my truck. Whilst I'm inside my truck, I'm wearing a super cool shirt. Folks, when I wear super cool shirts, I like to highlight a super cool shirt. Super cool shirt am I wearing today? Boom! It's my Elysian shirt. If you are not familiar with the band Elysian, they are out of Des Moines, Iowa. Which I have to say, like, no offense to Iowa, but for being a state that, like, I don't think most people think that much about if you're not in Iowa, y'all seriously seem to have a really good music scene. Like, I mean, I've been to Iowa on one occasion, but, like, not because, like, I was traveling with something to do something. You know, so it's like, but it's one of those things where it's like, whenever a band from Iowa makes their way, you know, to where I'm around, they almost always kick ass. So, like, seriously, keep fucking killing it, Iowa. Love you. Anyway, I am going to review a sub sandwich, but there's a couple things that have to come before that. Number one, I have been going on a sub sandwich adventure for months and months now, like over half a year now. Started off with, you know, like the chain stuff and everything, you know, with your Subways, your Jimmy John's and what have yous. And I have spread out. I've hit up Italian delis, Vietnamese banh mi's, and like just gas station subs. I've been hitting it. I have an entire playlist called Subs for Subs. That is all my sub sandwich adventures, just in case you're interested. And just remember, folks, Sunday is SUBday. That is the day that I go over there and upload my sub sandwich reviews. It's always on Sunday because it's a little kitschy thing I'm trying to get to catch on. But anyway, what sub sandwich am I trying today? Well, folks, it is from, boom, Potbelly. Oh, yeah. Which I've reviewed a number of things from Potbelly. But I got their app not too long ago because it was like, oh, if you get our app, there's like hidden sandwiches and all kinds of stuff. And I was like, alright, fine. Even though I don't usually do restaurant apps, but this one is not a hidden menu item. This is a normal menu item. It is their, boom, Mediterranean sub. I actually did see this, what was it? I got an add-on for Facebook or something like that, and it did look pretty damn tasty. I was like, alright, let's go get a sub. So, let's open up the thing. Oh my, this is going to be difficult. I got a multi-grain bread. Okay, can we? Okay. It looks like this. It's a sub sandwich. It is, I got a multi-grain bread. It consists of grilled chicken, feta cheese, artichoke hearts, roasted red peppers, cucumbers, and hot pepper hummus. And because one of my delightful viewers went over there and requested, I'm not always going to succeed, I'm going to try to go over there and remember to actually get the price of the item. For this particular sandwich on the app, it was $9.29. And this is only half the sandwich, so that's not bad. I went to a concert yesterday, and man, whenever you buy food from the venue, oh, that's a crapshoot, man. They're gonna charge you up the ass. I paid like $20 for a burger and some tots, and it was an okay burger. But anyway, let's try a sub sandwich. Oh. I like that. I like that a lot. Now here's the thing. I've had food from the Mediterranean, but I'm by no means an expert on Mediterranean food. So I'm not here to speak upon the greater authenticity of the Mediterranean taste. But I will say, a bunch of stuff, but a few things in particular. There's a lot of things I like about this, one of which is that it is, to me, again, a layman, somewhat evocative of what I would consider to be Mediterranean flavors. That specifically being, it has a lot of flavor, and it's coming primarily from the fresh veg and like the roasted red pepper, which I love. Fucking roasted red pepper is just one of the best damn things in the history of the universe. But that, along with the freshness of the cucumber, I love cucumbers. Some people don't like cucumbers. One of my best friends hates cucumbers. If a food has touched a cucumber, he will not eat it. It's not an allergy thing or anything. He's like, it doesn't matter. It just doesn't work for me. It's fair enough. But I love the freshness of the cucumbers. Then you've got the hummus, and I don't know how much the artichoke hearts are doing in terms of the overall flavor, but I will say, I really do like the hummus. But I will mention this. It's not a great hummus by hummus standards. It's definitely thicker than I would, associate with the hummus. Not that you want like a light hummus, but you might. But it's not a delicate thing, it's definitely just ground up and there you go. But I do like it. And it adds some extra depth to it, and it adds a little extra kick because you get that spiciness from it. I like this a lot. Very genuinely, I think this is a very well constructed sandwich. And you get a lot. That's got to be where the artichoke hearts come in. You get this sort of earthy hit in the middle of all of it. Yeah. On the multi-grain bread, no less. Yeah. So, like I said, authenticity of the Mediterranean taste aside, it's a very flavorful sub. It has a lot of complex flavors. And I mentioned this in some of my other reviews of sub sandwiches. One of the things that I really love about a sub sandwich is the simplicity of it. It's a fairly humble food, but when done properly, it's elevated to like this wonderful, amazing thing. But doesn't mean that it always has to be sheer simplicity. You can go over there and do a little razzle-dazzle, provided the ingredients taste good and they make sense. In this case, everything there makes sense. It's fresh, it's got a little bit of a kick to it, and the ingredients all taste solid. I really like that sub. Like, honestly, I think out of Potbelly subs, although it wouldn't be my favorite, I'd put it, at the very least, maybe in my top 3. Like, I really, really enjoyed that. There was a lot going on. I appreciated the complexity of it, and I appreciated that it was evocative of flavors that I would associate with one another, and it offered me something that I haven't had from Potbelly. I'm impressed. 2 questions have to be asked. Would I get it again? Would I recommend it? Yes, and yes. Seriously, like, Potbelly, I like Potbelly, but I've never considered them to be on, like, the upper tier structure of, like, the chain sub-locations, even though they are from Illinois. So far, like, Penn Station, East Coast subs, and, what the fuck is it? Jersey Mike's are probably, like, my 2 tops, kind of vying for position. This put Potbelly a little bit higher up there. I don't know if they're quite at that level, but this one, like I said, it surprised me and it impressed me. So I would definitely get this one again, especially since it's not one that I could get easily someplace else. That said, as for recommending it, yeah. I mean, I think if you want something, especially from Potbelly, because Potbelly has a nice menu, but I usually think of them in terms of like their hot subs. This is a nice counterpoint to that. If you're used to their meatball subs, their Italian subs, what have you, this is a nice offshoot. And it showcases for me the fact that they can do, I don't know exactly if you'd consider it a cold sub, how that would work, but whatever type of sub, like it shows that they can do more than just the toasted subs. And they can do it really well. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of the week, monumentous month, stupendous rest of the year, and folks, you go up there and have yourselves a truly Mediterranean-tastic rest of your life, because again, I mean, I've never been to the Mediterranean, but I'm sure it's filled with lots of wonderful people and amazing food and experiences and all the things. Final 2 things. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated, but what you do can you do it all the time? I know I can't do it all the time. Here's what you can do, folks. You're going to try not to be an asshole. Folks, it's not always the easiest thing in the world to not be an asshole, trust me. I try to be a pretty chill guy, but at the end of the day, sometimes I'm an asshole. It's gonna happen in my daily life. I know it is. But I try to broach my life, try to be empathetic. I try to put myself in other people's shoes, and when I run into situations that are frustrating and stressful, etc., take a step back, try to mitigate the level of assholishness in our lives, hopefully do better for ourselves and for those around us. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Folks, maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try yourself out a Mediterranean sub sandwich from Potbelly, as I've done here today. And maybe you're going to try it. You're going to go over there and you're going to be like, you know what? Yeah, okay, it's got some Mediterranean taste to it. I'm not going to lie. But you haven't gone over there and tried anything until you've really been to the Mediterranean, had the whole thing, and you got to do it. And I'm going to be like, okay, that's fine. That's great. But like, okay, I'm just a humble man from Illinois who likes wearing band shirts and reviewing sub sandwiches in his car. What am I to do? Well, maybe you're like some sort of like eccentric millionaire and you're over there and you're like, we're going to fly you out to the Mediterranean for Mediterranean situation. It's going to be a whole thing and it's going to be a good time. I'm going to have to get this cleared by so many people because I refuse to end up in a fucking hostile situation. Okay, I'm not going to end up fucking tied to a goddamn chair while some fucking douchebag fucking billionaire is over there like figuring out if he's gonna take the hacksaw or the scalpel to me first. Not happening. That's not against the Mediterranean or anything like that. That's just billionaires and shit. I don't fucking... If you have that much money, I'm not saying you're a bad person. Plenty of, folks who have money who, philanthropists and stuff like that. But if you have that much money, you have enough money to make people disappear. And I don't want to be disappeared. Or conversely, just go over there and have yourself a nice Mediterranean vacation if you can afford it and make the trip. Bye.